Hello and welcome, Virgos. Right, you're the last of the earth signs, and then I can move on to fire and air. My goodness. Okay, so let's see what is your energy for the month of July. Two little witches. Magical space clearing time. So, you're doing a lot of cleansing. You're doing a lot of just a lot of cleansing. It's not in the sense of like, quick, have a shower every day. It's more energy cleansing. You're cleansing yourself for what's to come. And that is the Six of Wands. So because you cleanse a lot during this month, you become a new shiny me, if that makes sense. You become a new shiny self. You become victorious going, look at all this crap I've just gotten rid of. I feel great. So we have, in the past, we have 7 of Cups. And then 8 of Cups, sorry. Oh, hello. 2 fell out there. Too many fell out at once. We have the Sun. 3 of Pentacles. A lot of Pentacles are coming up for Earth signs. I think all the Earth signs have gotten, there's the 9 of Cups, have gotten 3 of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. Okay, so we'll start here now. With the past, you had a choice to make. Something that was for your heart's desire, so something that you want. And in order to make that choice, you had to walk away from something else. Well, you had to walk away from something that was holding you back. And because you do that, great things are manifested because you got rid of the negative. You're cleansing. You see, you're doing a big spring clean of your life. So you're doing like a spring clean, a cleanse. And Virgo, this is like really important to you. Like, this is really serious. And we see you worked really hard. You're focusing on career. You're walking away from something. And I want to see, you made the choice and you walk away from something else. And you're finding the balance with this new manifestation coming into your life. This is a proper, like a good shuffle. Just because I seem to be getting the same cards all the time. And I did do like this shuffle like a few times. I did it like 4 times before I pressed the record. But with that balance, we also see that you are, finding the foundation for things. And with this new foundation, so this is the past. You've already done this. You found the balance for manifestation. You've walked away. You've done a big life cleanse. You've taken the choices that for you, not for others. You've walked away from that emotional pull down. And you focus on your career, which makes physical things happen. Like money is physical, buying things are physical. And the Sun shows that you manifested, that's the word, manifested that new balance that you want. You want like social and, you want to work on that. With the 3 of Pentacles, we have the Queen of Swords. So with this new foundation for your career and stuff, you kind of harden up. You kind of put this barrier up for getting the work done. Like, get it done. That's all I'm saying. Just get it done. I don't care. Just get it done. And when you do get it done, we see that you become very fulfilled with look at all this. Look at all my cups I've gotten. I've cleaned all these cups. I've cleaned them all. I've cleansed them. I've gotten rid of all the crap I don't need. And with that, we have the Queen of Wands. Jesus, she keeps coming up. And you're very honest with yourself with that. You're very honest with who you want to be. Knight of Cups. And you're very honest with who you want to be, right? After you've done that cleanse, you were taking care of yourself, putting the walls up, getting the money saved for yourself, making a foundation. But we see clearly that you're happy that's happened. Now you can soften down and just be a bit more approachable for people rather than be just like, back off, I'm doing my work, none of you are coming near me. But when this happens, we see that you're doing too much. You're doing way too much at once. you're doing too much cleansing at once, and then this Knight of Cups comes into your life. So someone saunters in, bit too good to be true, and it's a romantic gesture. I feel this is a romantic gesture that's coming out of all this career. Like you probably cleansed, like, I'm ready to move on. Ready to move on. The Six of Swords come up. Wow, for the future. Sorry, that was a bit random. Like, you're ready to move on with your life. You're ready to move on with your romantic life. Page of Swords. And what's this one? 10 of Swords. Holy crap. So you're ready to move on with your romantic life. Maybe this Knight of Swords is just a nice little taster to come in. Like, oh, okay, dating seems to be okay now. Even if it doesn't work out, because you're trying to do too many things at once. You're career focused, you're cleansing your life, and you're trying to do romance at once. It's a lot to do at once. And we see that you're moving on. Clearly you're moving on because we see that 6 of Swords. And we have the 9 of Pentacles. So you're moving on with your career. You're seeing the fruits of your labour. You're seeing things blossom. You're seeing things come to be and manifest into reality. But with that, Page of Swords, we see that you're very defensive still. You're softened up a bit from that Queen of Swords, but you're still kind of like on guard. Like, you're not quite there yet. And with that, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So things are changing. Things are changing, and you're seeing what happens when you drop one of the things you're balancing. And we see the 10 of Swords. So you become very betrayed either by yourself or that Knight of Cups. But you have the skills. The Magician. You have the skills to pursue this, to get back on your feet. You have it. Do you know? It's not that hard to get back on your feet in the sense of what's happened here. You may be emotionally hurt. You may be physically drained. I think this is just that you're drained here, and this is you just getting like emotionally snapping. Like, you're finally getting the gist that you need a break. And you don't need to work so hard because you have the skills. Like, the Magician's the biggest multitasker in this deck. Any Rider-Waite-Smith deck. To elaborate your emotional support, now we're going on to emotional support and emotional, like, how are you feeling when this happens? So with the 3 of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords, you were saving money, but you're being very restricted with yourself. And we have Lantern Fairy. Clear solution. This is the clearest solution you're going to get. You know you have to save money. You know you have to wall up. And you know you have to restrain yourself from spending money and letting people pull you down. And with that, then we have the 3 Fates. What comes around? So what comes around goes around, basically, as they say. So after all this energy cleansing you've done with the 9 of Cups, you've all your wishes coming true, things are clean and clear and crystal clear. We have the Queen of Wands. So you're very honest with yourself. You're honest and you're blunt, I'm going to say. You're very honest with yourself, going, yep, I worked for that. Yep, no miracle happened. But what comes around goes around. So you have all this energy and you've cleansed your energy. You've all the cleaning and all that stuff done. I'm still relating to this because this is what it was about. And you are very... You don't know what's coming next. So you're just being prepared for it. You don't know what's coming next. Clearly we know what's coming next presently. You're working too hard and you're trying to dabble back into dating again. So Virgos, we see that we have the Storm Angel, collision of beliefs, styles and attitudes and energy. This Knight of Cups obviously isn't going to work out. And he's very blasé and very chill. You know, they're always very chill. They just do their own thing. They don't really commit. And you have a different way of thinking. Like, I need to do my work. And he's like, no, you need to have fun. So there's a big change of belief here. And a different sense of energies and attitudes. So you're clashing a lot and it causes a storm. within the relationship. So maybe he doesn't last that long. They're normally flighty. Knight of Cups are very flighty. Anyway, whoa, hello. This one jumped out. And with the Six of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, we see you travel or you move on very quickly. You move on from that Knight of Cups. It's fine, whatever. You move on, and you see the benefits of working so hard. You see the benefits of doing those 10 of Wands. You see the benefits of having the 9 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. You see the benefits now in the month of July of what has happened. Then we have the Witch at the end of the world. An important end, a new beginning. So this is the end. This, you can see it. I love how this sinks in. So emotionally, you see the end is nigh. You're like, oh, that's done. The end is, that's over now. That's chapter's closed. Let's move on. New beginning. Times are changing. You see I love it when they sync up like that. And we have Death and Maiden. And the Maiden, invasion, boundaries, violation and dominance. So you're very rash with this Page of Swords. This is you. You're very rash, you're very defensive, but you're not as defensive as a King of Swords or something, or as the Queen of Swords as you were. You've kind of dampered down a bit. You're kind of opening up a bit more, and you're kind of like, okay, let's see what happens. What's the Wheel of Fortune going to bring me? And you have boundaries. So you're bringing your boundaries back up a little bit, but not so much that you close off again because of that Knight of Cups. Do you know? That's where that's going. And with the Magician and the 10 of Swords, we have Ghosts of the Past. The past returns for a time. So either that Knight of Cups comes back, or the person you walked away from comes back into your life just for a brief moment to see how things are. And they want to see how successful you are and all that stuff. The fun bits of them trying to Facebook stalk you to see how your life's doing. Now we're going to see your energy. And with the 3 of Pentacles and the Queen of Swords and the Lantern Fairy, we have nourishment. So because you have that foundation there, we know you are very fruitful with your money and fruitful with life in general because you've done a big cleanse, and we see that you are nourishing yourself in all the work you've done, and it's great to see that. Like, that's a great energy to have, is you feel very nourished, you feel very full, you feel very content with how things are going presently. So this is the present. With the 3 fates of what comes around, we have the 9 of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So that was showing that you were honest with all the hard work you've done. You were honest with what needed to be cleansed out of your life. And what comes around is a new beginning. So the energy there is a new beginning, fresh start, all that kind of good stuff that comes around after having a nice big spring clean, especially an energy spring clean. That would be beautiful, And then with the Storm Angel and the 10 of Wands and the Knight of Cups, you saw there was a clash of personalities and energy. It's not going to work out, but we see you need to surrender. Surrender to the Knight of Cups just for a little bit. Just to see how romantically, how romance is going for you. And are you ready to move on for the next one? And then with the 6 of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles, we had the Witch at the end of the world. An important end, a new beginning, because this is part of your path. This is part of the path that you were meant to stay on, meant to go on. It's part of life. It's part of your journey. And then with the Page of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune, we had the Death and the Maiden, which was your emotional sense of boundaries. You need to keep the boundaries up. And we have extremes. So you're going to some extremes energy-wise to close off again. And that's the hot moon, it says. That's why there's a guy sweating on it. So you're going through a sense of extremes. You're not closing off completely, but it is a lot of work to keep those boundaries up. It's a lot of energy. And to keep them up. And we see that drains you, and you get pulled down with the 10 of Swords there. And the Magician shows that you have the skills work-wise to get through this. And then with the ghosts of the past, someone returns for a time. But we see that this person has grown, or you have grown, because the energy is growth. So we see that there is a lot of growing and cleaning and cleansing, and a lot of work is going on. So Virgos, that is your reading for the month of July. I will leave that there, and I will see you all next time. Bye.